Friedrich Schiller was a famous writer and poet from Germany. He was born on November 10, 1759, in a small town called Marbach. Schiller is one of the most important figures in German literature. His works are still read today and are important in schools and universities. He wrote plays, poems, and stories that are full of deep ideas about freedom, love, and justice. Schiller grew up in a time when Germany was not one country. Instead, it was made up of many small states. His father worked as a military doctor. Schiller's family was not very rich, but they valued education. Schiller was a clever boy and loved to read books. When he was young, he went to a school that trained people to work in the army. He did not enjoy the school very much, but he worked hard and learned a lot. As Schiller grew older, he started to write poetry. His poems were different from other poems of that time. They were full of feelings and ideas about freedom. Schiller's love for freedom and justice can be seen in many of his works. He believed that people should be free to think for themselves and make their own choices. When Schiller was in his 20s, he wrote a play called The Robbers, Die Räuber. The play was about a group of young men who wanted to fight against bad rulers and create a better world. The play was very popular and made Schiller famous. People liked it because it showed how young people could change the world. However, it also caused trouble because it criticized the government. In fact, Schiller was not allowed to live in his hometown anymore because of the play. He had to leave and go to another city. Schiller moved to the city of Mannheim, where he continued to write. There, he met a man named Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Goethe was also a famous writer, and he and Schiller became close friends. Together, they changed German literature. They worked on many things together, including a magazine called Die Horen. They also helped each other with their writing. Even though they had different ideas about life, they respected each other's work. Their friendship lasted for many years, and it helped both men become even better writers. One of Schiller's most famous works is a series of poems called Ode to Joy and Die Freude. This poem talks about the idea of brotherhood and unity. It expresses the hope that all people, no matter where they come from, can live together in peace. Ode to Joy became very famous later on. In fact, the famous composer Ludwig van Beethoven used parts of the poem in the final movement of his Ninth Symphony. This made Schiller's words known all over the world, and the poem is still loved today. Schiller also wrote plays that are still performed today. One of his most famous plays is William Tell. The play tells the story of a Swiss hero named William Tell, who fought for freedom against unfair rulers. The play is full of action and shows the importance of standing up for what is right. It is one of the most important works of German drama. Schiller's writing was not only about big ideas like freedom and justice. He also wrote about love and the struggles people face in life. In his play Don Carlos, Schiller tells the story of a young prince who is in love with a woman he cannot have. The play explores the pain of love and the difficult choices people sometimes have to make. It shows how love can be both beautiful and painful at the same time. Schiller's work was not always easy to understand. His plays and poems often had deep meanings and ideas. However, his writing was always full of emotion. He wanted his readers and his audience to feel the strong feelings in his words. Schiller believed that art should not just entertain people. It should make them think and feel deeply about life. In addition to his work as a writer, Schiller also studied history and philosophy. He was interested in how people could create a better world. He believed that people should use their minds to understand the world around them and try to make it better. Many of his ideas are still studied by people today. Schiller did not live a long life. He died on May 9, 1805, when he was just 45 years old. Despite his short life, he wrote many important works. His writing continues to inspire people today. Many people in Germany and around the world still read Schiller's works, and his ideas about freedom, justice, and love are still important. Schiller's works were not only important in his own time. They also influenced many other writers and thinkers. His ideas helped shape the Romantic movement, which was an important part of European literature and culture in the 19th century. Schiller's belief in the power of the individual and his hope for a better world can be seen in the works of many writers who came after him. Even though Schiller is no longer alive, his works continue to have a strong impact on the world. His poems and plays are still performed on stages, and his words are read by people of all ages. Schiller's writing reminds us of the power of art to change the world. His ideas about freedom, love, and justice still inspire people to work for a better world. Friedrich Schiller's life and work show that a person's ideas can last for a long time. Even though he lived more than 200 years ago, his writing is still important today. Schiller showed that art can change the way we think and feel, and it can make us believe in a better future. Today, people still remember Friedrich Schiller as one of the most important writers in history. His work will continue to inspire people for many years to come.